Hello, wonderful people from all around the world. How are you doing? It's your boy Joseph Babatunde Ogunshetire. Today, I want to talk about how to properly draft an award-winning CV. Now, you cannot be applying for a scholarship with a CV that is not really projecting you as the suitable candidate for that opportunity. Some people will have their motivation letter written very well. Some people will have like a very good degree. They graduated with first class. Some of them graduated with a 2-1, and most of them have very good research experiences, but on their CV this information were not really communicated properly, and then in the long run they find themselves at the receiving end, which is actually not cool. So I decided to share with you what a proper academic CV should look like. I'm talking about the CV that can give you the chance of winning a scholarship. So guys, if you are just joining this YouTube channel, do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and also don't forget to put on your notification so that when I drop new videos, you go and be among the first set of people to get them. Also try as much as possible to share this video to a lot of people. So many people are out there, they don't know how to draft their CV. You should do it yourself. It is possible for you to do it yourself, and I believe that after this video you'll be able to do it yourself. I'm not here to bastardize your CV. I'm not saying your CV is useless. Don't get carried away by my thumbnail. But after this video, you'll be able to sincerely tell yourself if or not your CV is actually useless. And that's not something to feel bad about, because you are in the process of correcting a lot of things, and that is all that matters. So let's go, guys. I just want to show you what the structure of an award-winning CV should look like, and I'm not just to show you the structure, I'm going to show you the content, and I'm also going to communicate with you, or to you, the language that should be communicated via your CV. To any potential supervisor or any researcher out there, you are going to be sending it to solicit for scholarship opportunity or for the availability of funding to pursue either your master's program or probably your PhD program in any university. So this is actually a template. If you are applying to scholarships in Europe, the template is basically different. This is not a one-size-fits-all CV, and what it means is that be very, very careful when you are drafting your CV. Understand what matters. Get the concept of relatability. It has to relate to what you are applying to. So now, without further ado, we have Ogbonna Mustapha Oluwaseun. Before I move forward, somebody had actually commented in one of my videos saying that I should have provided a PDF document of the motivation letter I read out. And to me, I don't think that is actually the way to go about stuff like that. I mean, I've read out the motivation letter to you. You listen to what I read out. You could actually write it down using a pen and a paper, right? And you could try to listen to the story I gave, which is actually my own story, and from there it should inspire you to write your own story. You shouldn't be running around looking for a PDF document of somebody else's motivation statement. It would shrink, it will streamline your own creativity, it will mask your own story. So you don't want that to even happen. All you need to do is to understand the flow. When you understand the flow of somebody else's motivation letter, even from them reading it, it is possible for you to sit down and draft your own organically. Talk about your story, talk about your academic experiences, talk about your research experiences. And then if you feel you are in doubt, you can look out for my email address. It is on my YouTube channel, it's in my bio. You can send your motivation letter to me, and then we can see how we can review it. So that is how to do things, guys. That is how to do things. If you want to progress, that is like a better way to progress. So now basically, sometimes when you are applying for a scholarship opportunity, in most cases they say make it a 2-pager, sometimes they say 3-page maximum, but I think 3-page maximum is actually cool, especially for people applying for a PhD scholarship. On your CV, you need to put your name, Ogbonna Mustapha Oluwaseun. Yeah, you follow this format, and then for your address, you can use your home address. Basically, it's not a problem. But if you are currently working in an industry, or maybe you have like an affiliation with a university, like your former university, you can use the address of your department, because this is an academic CV. So you want to put something that is 100% related to what you are applying for. If you graduated from, say, Department of Engineering, right, faculty of blah 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 and blah, put it as your address. For email, you can just use an hyperlink. This is what I'm saying. Let me show you. For you to use hyperlink, for example, right, you can see that it has become like blue, right? So this is jojo007@gmail.com. So basically, you don't want it to be in this format. You don't want it to come out as it is like spelled. And one of the reasons for doing something like this is because you want to make sure that everything is brief and straight to the point, like everything is sharp. So what you do basically now is you come to this place, you right click, and then you come to edit hyperlink. So in order for you to edit this email, for it to become very brief, you just come to this place, you highlight what is actually on your CV, and then you just put email, right? And then you come to this place and you okay it. You can see now that address, telephone, and then you have your email. So anybody that clicks on this, right, when you convert your Word document to PDF, anybody that clicks on this, it takes them directly to your email address. And if they want to send you an email, then voila, that's how it works. So that is that for the email part. I hope you guys got that clearly. And also for your LinkedIn, you know that when you take the link, the exact link that is connected to your LinkedIn profile, when you go and copy it and you paste it here, it will be very, very long. So in order for you to shorten it, create an hyperlink like I did for the email. Good, I hope that is clear now. So you now move down to the education part. Now this is for education. If you have done maybe Erasmus plus joint master scholarship degree in what, then you put the course or you put the Erasmus program that you got a master scholarship in, which is part of your academics, right? So it will fall under your education. And yeah, some of the things that you did, for example, Himalayas Laboratory, University of what, you put where the university is located, the city and the country, and also come to this part. What is your thesis on? You want to communicate what you did, which is your project, or if you are currently working on your thesis, put the title of your thesis just underneath the university. Do that, and also try as much as possible to include the dates. If you graduated say 2024 from the university, and then you are going for a diploma in 2025, your diploma should come first. The idea is you arrange everything in the reverse chronological order. Now, MSc thesis, put the title and also communicate the methodological approach. What methods did you use, right? Communicate it, because these are some of the things that the supervisor wants to see, right? You said you've done a thesis on blah blah blah. So what methods did you use, right? They want to see if your methods are kind of, in a way, in line with some of the methods that they are familiar with. Or probably you are lucky that some of these methods are very much related to the methods that you'll be using for the opportunity that you are applying for. You see, so it's very, very important. So these are languages, right? These are what I call the languages, and the general information, is what I call the content. And now this is actually the structure. The structure is the arrangement, how brief and straight to the point, and carries the main detail that you need for that scholarship opportunity that you are applying to. It's very, very important. A lot of people have so many things that they've done and they are tempted to just pour everything into their CV. My advice for them is don't do that. Don't do that. It is not the way to go. Try as much as possible to be very brief. Take those experiences that are in line with what you are applying for and make sure that you put them in your CV and try to elaborate on them. And while you are elaborating, be very, very concise, be very brief, go straight to the point. So basically that is that for education. I wouldn't want to start talking about this other part, but this is just to give you an idea of what the flow looks like. Also important is the grade. If you finish with a 2-1, don't just put second class upper, put the number. There is a saying that number rules the world. If you, for example, let's say 3.95 over 4.0, put it there, 3.95 over 4.0. So this part is for that, 3.95 over 4.0. For what is it called now, department of blah blah blah, MSc in this means that you've already graduated. Now what scientific areas are related to your MSc degree that you've gotten? You can just put, if you are somebody that is in the sciences and you did a lot of courses in chemistry, maybe botany, physics, biology, you can just outline those subjects: chemistry, physics, biology, but make sure that this subject that you are listing, 5 maximum, are related to the program or the scholarship that you are applying to. It is very, very important. And also for the courses, list 5 courses. And when I say list, don't bullet point them. For example, you can just say, now look at what I'm doing: introduction to organic chemistry. For example, you see introduction to organic chemistry, then you can use like a slash, you can use a slash or a comma to separate them. advanced methods in industrial physics, basically. You see, so you can, this is what I am saying that you should do: introduction to organic chemistry, advanced method in industrial physics, and you can add one last one. Just make sure that everything that you are mentioning, it does not go beyond a line. But then if your experiences are very few, you can list close to 5 or say maximum 7 courses that you took. And remember, these courses must be related to the PhD opportunity or to the master's scholarship opportunity you are applying to. And how would you know? You have to really read about the opportunity, read about what it is and what they are looking for. That would really help you to draft a very good CV. Very, very important. Please, very, very important. Yeah, put your grade, what you graduated with, and yeah, you are also going to do the same. You see, you are going to do the same here, because these are actually different master's degrees. So the courses will be different and the scientific areas will also be different. If you are somebody in the education field, do the same thing. You might not say scientific area, but try to look for a terminology, a term, right? You can say teaching areas. You see, like use words that are very captivating, words that would really sell you as the potential candidate for that opportunity. Yes, it is very, very important. Now, this is actually for the bachelor's degree. Universities, departments, put your University of Ibadan, for example, Department of Botany, and then come to this place. Are you a BSc holder, or a Bachelor of Art holder, or a Bachelor of Education holder, or is it medical sciences? Put it there, BSc. And now for your certificate, because you already have your degree certificate, just like we did for this email, save your certificate as a PDF document. Upload your document to your Google Drive, or if you don't have a Google Drive, download drop, save your certificate, your scanned copy, and then go and get the link of that certificate, bring it to your CV that you are drafting, and then paste it against the mention. If it is a Bachelor of Science, paste it against it. Once you paste it against it, you just need to write certificate or degree certificate. And also do the same thing for your transcript. Scan your transcript, save it to your Dropbox, get the link to that certificate, or to that transcript rather, and then come and paste it, copy it and paste it in the CV that you are drafting against the degree that you have. Make sure that the transcript is accessible. When you provide a link to that transcript that you've saved, maybe on your drive, or you've saved it to the Dropbox that you have, create a body so that anybody that is handling your CV can easily click on that link, and then they will see your certificate. So the idea behind all of this is that while you are sending a CV and you say, okay, you are a graduate of so, you need to provide an evidence. I understand that if you are writing a cold email to a potential supervisor, it is advised that you submit, or that you attach your CV and your degree certificate to your email. But then even on your CV, you should also try as much as possible to create that hyperlink, so that when they click, they would see it. They might not necessarily need to go and start checking your CV again. In fact, it is like a two-factor authentication for them, because when they can see that there is a link to your certificate on your CV, and then they can also see the certificate that you sent to them as a PDF document, it creates that authenticity, right, between you and the person that your CV is with. Be like, oh, this person is actually for real. So make it sync into the person that you are looking forward to reaching out, so that they can see you fit for an opportunity that you are looking for. So that is that for the education section, right? So let's move to the work experience. Now you can see the work experience part. It is actually very important to communicate your work experience, because your work experience will give these people an idea of what you've been doing, what you are currently doing, or probably what you've done in the past, and it can give them a picture of what you are capable of doing in the future. So you don't want to also joke with the work experience section of your CV. So this is once again Himalayan laboratory. Put the city, put the country, put the dates. Don't forget the dates, or everything that you mentioned should be in the reverse chronological order. Those work experiences you did recently should come first, and the ones you've done in the past should come last, based on the dating. Very, very important. I hope you guys are learning something. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and yeah, put on your notifications so that when I drop new videos, you are going to be among the first people to see them. Also, share these videos to people who you know will be needing this video, because yeah, we rise by lifting others, and this is a big family, and all what we desire is for all of us to grow and progress very well. So this is for the work experience, graduate, student, researcher. Some people, they've really done like research, but they feel that they are not researcher. And then I be like, so what did you do? You did a research, come on. So like, put it there, graduate, student, researcher. What you did as your bachelor's during your undergraduate was a research. It was a project. It's a research. So you are a graduate student researcher. By that reality, by the virtue of such reality, of such engagement, such exercise in the past, you are a graduate student researcher. You carried out a research, you did a lot of reading, you may have visited sites to collect raw data that you later analyze and came up with amazing result and all that. That is research. So you can call yourself a graduate student researcher. It is very, very important that you understand how to use these terminologies. They are very, very important. These are the languages that I will keep on talking about. Now, coordinating the proper organization of what, and you can see that in this part I am using coordinating, which is a present tense, because it is something you are currently doing. So coordinating the proper organization of sampling and weighing organic materials for chemical treatment, performing like that, very, very important. You come to the other one, which is actually department of blah blah blah, university of blah, put the city that university is and the country, and then also under where you write visiting, for example, visiting researcher, put the date. Now something is actually also very important. If you have done like a research whereby you visited like another country, or maybe you went along with a professor or maybe a doctor, ask them to give you a written statement. Tell them to write that you participated during their research, and they should also communicate some of those things that you did. It is very, very save the document as a PDF and then upload it to your Google Drive or put it on your Dropbox like I advised initially. And when you are done with that, what do? Create another hyperlink. You see, so when you write, if you click this link now, it will take you to this document that I have here. That is a proof that yes, in the past I worked as a visiting researcher, but you can see that it is showing www.dropbox.com. It means that I have saved the PDF of that proof on my Dropbox, and if anybody they will see that for sure I have done a job as a visiting researcher, and it will validate what I'm claiming to. As possible, this is 1, 2, 3, 5. If you are listing some of the things that you've done, don't list 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't bore your reader. Be very brief and go straight to that. So put the title of that. What did you do? Organize, extracted, blah blah blah, using thermal ionization mass spectro, perform, gave a PowerPoint presentation on. Put the title of your PowerPoint presentation. You see, these things are very, very important, because this is an academic CV and you are looking for a scholarship opportunity, which is also within the academic landscape. So you want to use languages that are very relatable, language understand, researchers can understand. That is why I'm showing you this CV structure, the content and the language. It is very, very important. Again, graduate intern. This is actually the certificate that I got from the person I interned with, from the organization I interned with. I asked them for the certificate. Some of them will not provide certificate for you. You need to ask so that you will have all of these things. When you are applying for opportunities in the future, people should see that for sure you've done these things. You should not just list them on your CV. Oh, I have done this, I have done this. Where are the true evidence? Evidence is very important when you are looking for scholarship opportunity. Boss, you have to do things differently. And that is what I'm teaching you guys right now. Scientific words, if you are within the sciences, don't joke with scientific terminology. Those languages, they are very, very important. Those are some of the things that these employers or these researchers or these potential supervisors want. Those are the things that they want. If you notice this part, I use visiting researcher, right? And then I put the link to the certification that I requested for and I was given. But in this situation, I was like, okay, what should I use? I couldn't use visiting researcher again. You have to be very flexible. You can't say visiting researcher 1, then the next part visiting researcher again. No, you can't be doing all of that. I mean, we know that yes, you visited a university and you carry out research, blah blah blah, and all that, but you have to be very flexible with how you name what visiting. So in this part now, visiting research scholar. Now this is the invitation letter. This is the link to the invitation letter, but I have created an hyperlink for that. You can see it, www blah 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 and stuff like that. You see, so that is it. Now for what I did, sampled and extracted over remaining information, labeled, weighed and prepared, entered raw data in blah blah blah, data incorporation 5, 1 2 3 4 5 is okay. Use that 5 bullet point to capture everything that you did that is related to the scholarship opportunity that you are now planning to apply to. It is very important. Some people, when they have their CV and they want to apply for 3 opportunities, they use that same CV. It is very wrong. You have to be very flexible, right? Your CV should not be a one size fits all. You cannot use one CV and be applying to different opportunities. Try as much as possible to tweak your CV so that it can suit the opportunity you are applying to. Very, very important. And then this structure is actually very good for those of you that are currently assistants. Now you come to professional development training / because you want to communicate some of the trainings that you've underwent in the past, the ones that you are currently doing, and those ones that are in view, right, that you are doing, but you're going to get certified for them in the long run. So it is also very, very in training. So create hyperlink as well. Save the PDF documents to your Dropbox or on your important. The fact that I said in view for these ones doesn't mean that they should come first, because I mean they are in view, so they should come last, because I have not gotten them already, right? I've not gotten the certification already, so they should be last. That is that for set box. But I felt that this box makes it look very organized and straight to the point, so I just put the box. So once they bring their cursor to this place, it shows them that, oh, this is a link, and then they will click on it and it will take them to the certificate, right? It will take them to the PDF copy of this certificate, and they will see for sure that yes, I took this training and I was certified. Very, very important. So after professional development training / certification, you come to your leadership and volunteer experience. This is actually self-explanatory. What are those things that you've done in the past? What are those volunteer experiences that you have that are in one way or the other related to the PhD program that you are applying to? Sometimes in this case it might not be related, because leadership qualities might not necessarily be related to a PhD opportunity that you're applying for. You might have been an executive. It just shows that you have a leadership capacity, and in that context you are a responsible person. It communicates your level of responsibility and your ability to do some other things outside of the academia. So this is also very, very important. If you have those leadership and volunteer experience, please put them, and again, let it be in the reverse chronological order. The ones you are currently doing should come first, and the ones you've done in the past should come last. And if possible, if any of these leadership or volunteer experiences came with a certification in the end, try as much as possible, do the same thing while you have saved the PDF copy of your certification in your Dropbox or in your Google Drive. Copy the link, paste it here, and then shorten it by editing it, creating an hyperlink, so that when they click on it, they will see that for sure you've actually served in such capacity. Very, very important. And the next is conferences and visitation. You're applying for a PhD scholarship. You should have conference experiences, and you should have gotten, like, even if you go for conferences and you did not present anything, maybe you went there as a volunteer, put it. It is very, very important. It shows that you are contributing, or you are participating in areas where knowledge are produced, where knowledge are kind of shared, right, and distributed. So it is very, very important. You are giving them that PhD. When you come over for your PhD, these are some of the things that you would like to do. You want to go to conferences to contribute to knowledge, to talk about your research. You want to go to those academic meetings where stuff like this are being discussed. So that is the impression you want to give. It is very, very important. So if you have those track record of conferences and visitation, put them here under these conferences and visitation section, and also put the date. Remember, reverse chronological order. And then you come down to projects, presentations, but under project, presentation, and award, make sure that everything channeled or explicitly communicated. For example, project, presentations, and award, you can see a presentation on what is the title of your presentation. Put it there so that they will know. right? This is actually an hyperlink, but I just decided to use dash because I already erased the title of my presentation. So put the title of that presentation there, and you may have like a PDF to the presentation you actually gave during a conference. So that PDF, save it on your Dropbox, save it on your on. So use the title of your presentation as the hyperlink. A presentation on the problems associated with malaria in Abeokuta, Ogun State, Nigeria. Do you understand? Like, put the title of your presentation. And this part, a briefing on, this is another one, title. Put the title of that briefing. Then put the city, the country, and then that. And when it comes to award, if you've gotten grants before, try as much as possible to list it under this section. It is very important so that the supervisor or the researcher that you are sending your CV to, for them to consider you for a scholarship place, can have an idea of some of the monetary gains or monetary award or monetary gifts that you've gotten, and to what tune, how much was it. It is very, very important. It shows that, oh, this person has the capacity to apply for grants, to go for conferences, get awarded, and all of that. So it is very, very important. If you are a scholarship awardee currently, put the scholarship you've gained, do the maths, calculate the amount of money that you are going to get throughout the scholarship and put it there. Very, very important. You can see that for this, and yeah, you can see that this is like, if you right click this and then you open the hyperlink, it is going to take you to the certificates that I got, and it stated that yes, I was provided with this amount of money for this conference and participant interest. This part is also very, very important because you are applying for a PhD opportunity and it's a project, and there are some certain skills that they are requested here. Now, this is skills and technical exposure, because this is actually my own field. OM stands for optical microscope or optical microscopy, XRF, XRD, X-ray diffraction, ICP-MS, EAIRO-MS, GC-MS, FTIR. List those technical exposure and those skills that you have. And then you come to the part where it says interest, the research areas you are interested in. Make sure that you are listing research areas are in related to the ones, right, that this project or the master's degree project is all about. Very, very important. And yeah, that is that for your CV. If you are able to do all of these, guys, believe me, you stand a higher chance to get a scholarship opportunity when you apply for one. Everything actually counts. Your CV is very, very important, just like your motivation letter is also important, as well as your class of degree is also very, very important. So everything put together gives you the possibility of succeeding when you apply for a scholarship opportunity. I decided to share this information with you guys because I know this is crucial. I wouldn't just want to come out and start sending you scholarship opportunities, and then I don't give you the tools that you'll be needing to get this scholarship opportunity. It's very, very important. Your CV is one of those tools. Remember, I said one of those tools. Your motivation letter is one of those tools. Your class of degree is one of those tools. And all the required, documents that you put forward for the application process is also very, very important. For those of you that watched till the end, thank you so much. Don't forget to share this video to people that you know will be needing them. Once again, don't forget to also subscribe to this YouTube channel. So much. Like my videos, drop your comments if you have any question, and for those of you that are looking forward to drafting your CV, draft your CV. You can send it to me and we will review the CV together. My email is in my bio. Get my email and let's see how it goes, guys. Thank you so much once again. See you in my next video. Bye.